Come on now, you can't even do this. Look.
You know what it is? It's your boy Don P, the West Coast host, right here on the Riding and Smoking podcast, the world's first mobile podcast, where we interview the dopest human beings on the planet. And today I got some of the dopest human beings in the van with me right now. You know, we just try to keep this thing really, really moving and going into the depths of the cannabis world industry and the music industry and all that. And because it's so intertwined. So right now, it's dope to have a company that's behind cannabis, who is behind the artist here right now, so we can learn more about that dynamic and learn more about what it's like moving some stuff like that.
No,
We got the shippers department.
yeah, I appreciate that, Don. Thank you for having us on this podcast.
Absolutely.
Uh, this is something that was created for me, right? By one of the co-founders of the second movement I got into, right? The Gatlin. Uh, he's a great visionary,
For sure.
right?
For sure. Shouts out to Gatlin.
Yeah, shouts out to my brother. Like these are things that I embrace. I invest in people. Let's just put it that way. I don't invest in cannabis for cannabis. I invest in people for cannabis. You
Right.
know?
Right.
Cannabis has always been affiliated with music since the 60s.
Absolutely.
It's always been the driving force for creative sources that trigger in your brain when
Yeah.
you're in the recording studio.
Yeah,
you know?
You gotta have some weed in the studio.
You got to. So
Period.
it just
Somebody smoking, an engineer,
somebody
somebody.
to hear it.
Yeah.
You know, the phonics change as you smoke weed, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know, so when I got into this space, I did it from the corporate perspective first. So that kind of gives you where my business knowledge is in the space, right?
Yeah.
And then I felt like I needed to give opportunities for brothers that didn't have the resources that I had, you know, to actually envision and encapsulate this space with cannabis. Um, and the musicians just made sense. I'm a 30-year music veteran. Started off back in the day, Prior Hammer, Tupac got platinum records
Yeah.
through the Master P era.
Yeah.
Uh,
What was you doing with Pac?
with Pac, we did Keep Your Head Up. I used to have a company called Bomb Shelter Music with DJ Daryl.
Yeah, I remember the bomb shelter. Shout
Yeah.
out to DJ Daryl.
Yeah, that was me and DJ Daryl and my boy Reg. We founded that company, I would say in 92, 94.
Ooh, that's deep in the trenches.
Yeah.
Like not just the time, but the trenches of mob music in the whole Bay Area sound.
Yeah, the Bay Area. So I'm actually a veteran.
That's
I,
real crazy.
I stepped away for some years because I got a couple of mainstream artists I used to manage. I had Lil Flip during the Game Over era.
Flip.
Yeah, yep. I did the Ti beef. I did the whole thing. Outside of that, after that, I did Ray J. Sonia Norwood wanted to step away for a minute, so I took over Ray J's Day to Day when he was signed to Music World, Beyonce Knowles label.
I had one wish.
Yeah, that I had him then.
Yeah, I know. I'm a music. I love music, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna know when what was going on, baby.
That's my brother. I was taking care of him in Houston, and at that time, I was managing Lil Flip through the Paul Wall community.
Yeah.
So, and then before that, Daryl and I had Steady Mobbing.
Oh yeah,
So,
Steady Mobbing.
so now you see my music journey,
yeah,
right?
I see that.
Now before that, I was with Hammer.
Hammer time.
Yeah. So all the Bay Area greats, I was part of the movement, and then I kind of like pivoted and bounced off, and started doing my own thing and managing artists and stuff like that.
That's funny that you bring up Hammer, because today I made a post and it had the Bay Area Mount Rushmore on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just our people, right? So I want to ask you, you know what I'm saying, and I want to get yours too, Jerm. Like, so the photo, the actual Mount Rushmore already had E40 on it, it had Short on it, and it had Mac Dre on it.
Right.
So it's one slot left. Who would you give that to?
You say E40, Mac Dre,
And Too Short.
and Too Short, right?
Who else? Who's next? Who
You
would you
know-
give that last slot to?
You know, to be honest with you, the first slot I feel like should have been Hammer. And
Real
the
talk.
reason why I say that, because during that era when I learned the music business,
Yeah,
it was based around, there was no,
what you was doing.
yeah, and there was no auxiliary marketing vessels for the music business, and we
Right,
kind of broke down those barriers, and we got made fun of it. And I
right.
was young at that time, so I was like, all right, I get to sit in the room, in the boardroom with all these white folks at Pepsi and shit, and they're telling us about how rap is minuscule and is simple, right?
Right,
And they start doing jingles and shit, and they're like, what's the difference?
right.
The difference was we had a culture based around the
Of
music,
course,
right?
of course.
and and people fuck with it, right? And then once it gravitated to different nationalities, it was Asian, it was whites, it was blacks, it was everything else just than blacks.
Yeah,
Then they took it serious, right?
that's
So
crazy.
so I got an opportunity to sit in that room on that pitch, and it always helped me. That's why when I create these cannabis brands, I'm able to reach back to my music relationships and kind of build things from that perspective without having to reach too hard,
Yeah.
work
So
too
so
hard.
your answer would be hammer then.
Yeah, my answer would be
It's funny
100%
because a
hammer.
lot of people were saying hammer.
Yeah,
Like a lot of people on my post, but I'll tell you, it was a lot of people that said the Jacker. A lot of people said the Jacker. A lot of people said hammer. Who else did they say? Spice One surprisingly got to me. Spice One is a real legend too, though. Like,
yes,
but
yeah,
he was
yes.
getting a
Favorite.
lot too, though. Like
Yeah.
Spice
I
One
come
was
from
getting,
a different generation, so
yeah,
you feel me? I feel like who goes unrecognized right now, who's always stepping, who's been stepping, who I feel like brought the game back to life, and that's the Pharaoh.
So,
that's
so
crazy.
here's the thing. I think it's
I
just
feel like he
He
really
did.
belonged
He
up
brought
there.
the young wave. He brought a wave for sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
He
think it
set
was
that
like
off.
generational though, right? Because
Yeah.
we're going back, and I'm basing everything off route Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore
Is
is
history.
like history,
Yeah,
like the founding
the
fathers
founding fathers
types.
of,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like
yeah.
who started the movement out
The
here?
old cassette
type
tape
shit.
movements,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
independent, that even got the major labels to even look towards our direction
Right.
with music was these people,
These
right?
people, yeah. Like
So
Spice was one of the first people to have a real deal with
record
Jive
deal,
and
yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah,
So people don't talk about that. Like I remember him when I looked at the back, I'm like, oh, he got a record deal with Jive Records. It's crazy.
yeah.
Like he one of the first ones straight out the Bay, Richmond.
Yeah, Jive actually took on 40, took on Short back then,
Yep.
and took on Spice One. You're absolutely right.
That was crazy.
Yeah, everybody else was on Priority, so we was on Priority then with New Niggas on the Block and
Right.
all that shit with
Right.
the new 415 that after Rich went to jail. So when you start talking,
415 album
yeah,
is
41,
crazy.
yeah, you feel me? Yeah, sideshow.
That was my shit,
Yeah,
bro. I like when he say, "Hey, bitch, hurry up and get in.
yeah.
The door won't open. Bitch, jump through the window."
like the Duke Boys.
Like the Duke
You
Boys.
feel me?
Bro, this some throwback shit you would not know about this. Trust me, you ain't never heard this.
Well, the reason
This shit was on a tape. I don't even know where it's at right now. I don't know how y'all can even hear this shit, but the 415 album is some legendary shit. If y'all ever could find a cassette of that or ever find it, bro, that album was crazy. It was like, how many songs? Like 3 or 4 or something?
Yeah, no, look.
It was like a maxi single or some shit, right?
So I'm gonna tell you this a little history, right? I feel like the history of hyphy, it was just different,
Yeah.
right? We had sideshows at the Eastmont Mall.
Come on.
We grew up with the same mentality as our youth, right?
Right.
We grew up as setting the example of doing donuts and shit like that
Type
in the
shit.
town. You feel me?
Yeah.
But then we kind of like discourage, or we try to say, well, those youngsters are fucking crazy. But we was crazy as a motherfucker.
Nah. It was lit. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, life is like, evolving in a lot of ways, but I feel like stuff always come back, like the side shows and all that. Like it came back. Like back in the day, the Taco Bell area over there by East Mont Mall and all that.
Exactly.
People were doing that all the way up to the skating ring out there in Hayward. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was a long,
Bayfair.
Bay Fair. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Go
Yeah.
all the way up there, and it's like come all the way
You
back.
saying some speed? This
Yeah.
is real speed.
Yeah, bro, I was a little kid. I wasn't even supposed to be outside.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it real. Like I was not supposed to be outside.
We teach
But
you history right
I'm
here.
a sponge right now.
Yeah, suck
really
it.
is
Soak
something.
it
Get
up.
all in.
Soak it up.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? I was probably like 10 years old, but I was like, you know what I mean? Rolling with the homies, going everywhere in the car, like, and then once I turned 12, I was grown, so I was just like outside.
It's so crazy. I could tell you multiple stories. I like this music topic right now, right?
Right,
Then we can fuck with the cannabis in a second, right?
right.
But the music topic is so dear to my heart. It's like I remember I had a story about Keisha Cole. I put her on a record. Uh, sounds like a buster to me, right?
Right.
When Master P, when my group came back from Baton Rouge, and they was discouraged about the record deal with Master P and everything, and they came back and we did an album. And the guy I co-executive produced the album with, his name is Leroy McMath. He's known for projects like MC Breed, No Future in the Front, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we put out the second or the third Steady Mobbin album, but this one was on our label, not No Limit, right?
Right.
So I had Keisha Cole on that record, young Keisha Cole, before she had signed her deal. Before, our studio was right across the street from Dwayne Wiggins.
Yeah.
And Keisha at that time would fall asleep at our studio, bro.
Right.
And that was Daryl's house
Right.
also with his wife.
Right.
So that became an issue. So one
Became a
morning,
thing.
oh my God. So one morning, I'm gonna tell you a story. One morning I came in and Lynn was in her house robe and she was like, oh shit. Oh, she fell asleep. Somebody need to learn how to go home. You know what I mean?
She
Because
tweaked, huh?
she tweaked. Because I mean, Keisha was falling asleep at the studio, maybe at least twice a week, right?
Man.
So at that time, she was really young. I think she was like 19,
Yeah.
and she was just still trying to find herself and find the deal. She was really a hustler. So Suge was on parole to Sacramento.
Right.
So at that
Shout out
time,
Zach.
yes,
No, 6.
yeah, it's crazy. So at that time, Suge would come and work out at Dwayne Wiggins' studio right across the street from our studio.
Okay. Okay.
And Keisha would go over there for the other few days and fall asleep,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So, but we didn't know that. So eventually, Suge came in and Suge took a liking to her and helped her with her career and
Of
stuff
course.
like that. And then I see the article in Vibe, right? And it's explained the whole story. Keisha was living with her boyfriend right there in the lower bottoms, right? And her boyfriend had a new girlfriend at the time,
Yeah.
and she had broke up. But she was spending the night at our studio, and we didn't even know because she didn't feel like going back to dude's house every night.
Yeah.
So that morning I came in the studio, Daryl's wife was tripping. Keisha said some shit like, well, if I wanted your nigga, I could have took your nigga. Woo, woo,
Oh
woo,
no.
woo.
She said some shit like
Oh,
that.
yeah, it was
Got
crazy.
spicy.
It was spicy.
Hey.
Lynn came across with the butcher knife,
Oh.
and I had to stop
Whoa.
it.
Whoa.
Hey,
Butcher knife?
Butcher knife,
Man,
bro.
damn, he dropped
Yeah.
the phone on that one. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Yeah, no, I'm
Whoa.
telling you.
Bomb drop.
So this is what I'm saying. In when it comes to the factors in music in Oakland,
Yo, that's
the
crazy.
Bay Area, I've been here for a while.
What's even spicier is I was kicking it with Keisha around that time. I knew Keisha back there
Yeah.
too. So I knew I heard a lot of that, a lot of stories and stuff like about that time, like even how she met Suge and
Yeah.
all that stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah.
you know, because I used to be over there at Wayne's.
I feel like she met Suge because we kicked her out.
Hey, whatever happened, man. Shouts out to Keisha Cole.
Man, I
She
love
did
that
her
girl.
thing.
That girl did
Thank
her
you,
thing.
Keisha. I love you, baby. That song we got Superstar. I appreciate
She
you.
is very much a
She
factor.
didn't do a song with a lot of people in the Bay Area either. So, you know, a lot of people don't got a hook from her, but she did a hook for me.
Oh, I got a hook.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We
Yeah.
the lucky ones.
Sounds like a buster to me.
But man, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all gonna
Hey,
have to put
shouts
me
out to
on.
you, Keish. You feel me?
So here's the thing. We're going to get into what the new shit I'm doing, right? We started a label and a total media company called the Shippers Department, bro.
Right.
We put out Jerm. We're working with Jerm, and Beta is our music concierge. He's our A&R. He's actually running the day-to-day on the label and the music part, right?
Boy.
Beta Weeda from Oakland. Shouts out to
Shouts
my
out
brother.
to my brother Beta Waiter.
So Beta came out and actually introduced me to Jerm. Now Jerm is from Sacramento.
What's going on?
So
Light the beam.
Jerm, what's popping with you, little bro?
Light the beam.
Come on. Hey, Jerm, you know, I rock with you, Jerm. You know, you my dog. You know what I'm saying, little
Yeah.
bro? What's popping with you, though? For the
I was
ones that
just-
don't know.
I was just telling A that, you know, me and you have been rocking for some years.
Word.
You feel me? You've been kind of like mentoring me. You kind of been like a shadow almost.
Out of pure respect.
You know,
what I
you'll
mean?
pop in every like maybe once or twice a year and see me like at the most important event of my whole year. And you'll be like, oh, what's up, Jerm? It's nice to see you here again, bro. Hey, keep on,
Hey.
you know, in the pocket.
Yeah, and spill game on you.
Yeah.
Because,
every
bro,
time.
you know why I do that, though? Because I don't do that for everybody, bro. Like, the shit is important for people that I see really doing things. Like even the people that I try to bring in here to talk to, I like to talk to people who are doing like not just the whatever everybody else is doing. Like they got a story, they got some shit that's really different. And that's what I seen what you was doing. You know, you was out there trying to make a way. Like even when every time I see you in some random ass spot, we run into each other the most random places.
Jerm is a fool.
No,
bro.
he's a wiggler like me
Yeah.
though. So understand, like from a wiggler to a wiggler, I instantly knew. I was like, little bro,
Oh,
that's
and he young at it,
young
too.
wiggler right here.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure he don't fuck up the wiggles no time. Let me give him some future wiggle game. So you know what I mean?
Very, very smart. Like, look, we went out at the state, and Jerm disappears. It makes me scared, right? Because we come together, we go together, right?
Right.
We don't just come to a big ass fucking festival and then just let motherfuckers run around and then see you later. Like
Right.
you could
Right.
you never hear from them again.
But can I say something to you?
Yeah.
The magic happens when I disappear. That's when the magic happens, bro. I could try to hang around with everybody and try to make the magic happen, but the magic don't work. When I go off and just go disappear, poof, Houdini.
It's like seeing a shooting star, bro.
You know what I'm
I just
saying?
gotta go catch it.
Yeah, I'll wiggle off.
I just gotta go catch it.
Yeah, I'll wiggle off and just, you know what I'm saying, and let the shit sprinkle on me.
But I always make
understand.
it back right in time.
And then you run, then you come right back.
He do.
See?
He do.
Because-
He come like, I'm like, man, where's Jerm? Before I turn around, he's right there.
And when he show up,
Yeah.
he always got something interesting.
Bro, like he did this thing with a cheeseburger. We just did Rolling Loud Music
Oh my
Festival
goodness.
in Miami.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
He went out into the crowd. I
No
was like,
way.
so now mind you, the relationship I have with Rolling Loud right now is very, very we locked in. Let's
Nice.
put it that way.
Nice.
My business partner, DJ Five Venoms, is the
Venoms.
Yeah,
That's my
Venoms.
brother. Shouts out to him.
Yeah, Venoms is he's more than just the official DJ for Rolling Loud. I would consider him the third co-founder. He's the actual problem solver behind the scenes. He's very respected to the point to where we've been shooting a documentary this last 4 Rolling Louds on what he does, right?
Yeah.
It's very important to kind of showcase like what it takes to put on a big music festival like that, the biggest music festival
Yeah,
in the
savage.
world. Yeah.
You've been doing it.
Yeah, hip hop. Yeah. So with Venoms is great energy. He's invested in Jerm. We all are trying to put this thing together to where in the future we have opportunities to sign more artists to
Make shit happen.
to put a platform together. Like we actually made the main with Team Z, Source. We made all the Main Street. Yeah.
Speaking of that though, shouts out to Venoms, bro. He did send me some beats.
Yeah. He did.
I'm working on them. They coming, brother.
Well, you need to just go and drop.
5
shit,
is
'cause
hard.
We're dropping shit like it ain't is going out of style because we have to build up the catalog to have people reference what the shippers department means. you
Yes,
know?
sir.
Right now we have songs coming out of the A. We have songs coming out of Detroit. We got songs. So it's more international, and we got songs coming out of London.
Yeah.
We doing producer camps.
Hey,
We're doing all that stuff wrapped around Rolling Loud Music Festival, trying to find the next raw talent, you know, with Venom's influence in music, with XXX and all of the actual originating Miami sound and Florida
Damn.
sound.
He brought up XXX,
Yeah,
bro.
it gets it to where now we have a platform for new artists to perform. Yeah, we seen you down in LA.
Yeah, of course. I seen you at all the Rolling Louds, but
Yeah.
that's when I met Venoms for the first time with
Right.
X, with
Right.
XXX.
Yeah,
And the cool thing about X is he was a cool ass dude, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a real solid dude, bro. Like just we on the stage, right? X is across the stage. He don't know me from a can of paint.
right.
He just sees me standing over there, right? And we, you know, we said what's up, you know, from a couple times, but
Right.
he see a security guard like lightweight harassing me.
Right.
He stops talking, comes all the way over there and goes, "Hey, leave bro alone.
Right.
Go do some shit.
Right.
Secure some shit. Leave this guy."
But that's the thing. If you seen that power,
And then we took a picture.
yeah, you seen that power though.
Yeah.
That power, a lot of people. He's a modest individual. He really has a lot of power.
He was just talking blah 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 with somebody, hella animated, saw me getting harassed and came over there and stopped it. I'll never forget that dude. R.I.P. to X, man, for sure.
And it's so crazy. Like we did a song, me and Beta, we and Venom's hooked up for us to work with Chris King before he passed away.
Mm.
So that last Rolling Loud, I seen you. I think we was in L.A. or something
Yeah,
like that.
L.A. Yeah.
Yep. So we had just did the song right after that with Chris King, and then he passed away in Kentucky.
Damn.
Right. So I just got introduced to that kid, that Rolling Loud.
Right.
And then we got the song, and then maybe 2 weeks later he passed, and we working on putting that song out. That song is super dope, though.
Yeah. R.I.P. to
Yeah.
bro. You know what I'm
It,
saying?
it, it showcased that sound, you know.
Yeah, that whole Rolling Loud sound is a whole nother sound too. Like if you go to Rolling Loud, you get a whole nother vibe and a whole understanding of performance music.
That's all it is, performance.
It's performance music.
Yeah.
Like, and if you don't make that type of music, you'll never make it to Rolling Loud. I don't know what you own, but you need to go to a Rolling Loud, watch a Rolling Loud, and then go to the studio. Cause without knowing what they doing up there, you're not gonna never know.
Yeah, and you won't understand. I'm into hip hop.
Yeah,
You
like
understand?
they own some
Yeah.
other. The sound is just a whole
Different.
nother sound, you
Yeah.
know. But it's raw, you know. I've been to hella Rolling Louds. Everyone that ever came to the Bay for sure. You know what I'm
They
saying?
created that genre of music.
Yeah,
Like, so we're just trying to kind of enhance that and elevate to the next level with Shippers Department.
yeah,
We're trying to support whatever Rolling Loud needs from us, whatever DJ Five Venoms
right.
has going on. We're supporting.
For
Uh,
sure.
Jerm is one of the artists
Ski.
that, and we're working with Jerm and Aaron and
Cabot.
Cabot, yeah.
Nice.
Younger artists,
Yeah.
right? To kind of push in that direction to where we could create that new sound, and we're using our influence as
The way to make
veterans,
it happen.
yeah, to make it happen. Encapsulated with the weed too, because
Yeah.
like I say, the weed always has to go with the music.
Man, indeed.
Yeah.
Well, man, thank you, man, for coming through, sitting down, and chopping it up with us, bro. I
Mhm.
appreciate you. Shippers Department is dope. I like the brand. I like the movement. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The guys, all the guys, you know, involved. Shouts out to DJ Five Venoms and Venoms No Cap. I've been slapping them beats in the morning while I'm listening. I'm ready. I'm coming soon. You feel me? Yeah, but shouts out to all the guys.
Jerm, can you tell us a little bit about what's going on before we get out? I'm sorry, I'm taking
Let 'em-
over your shit.
Yeah, no.
Go ahead. He's here for that.
What's going on, John?
Um,
You got an album coming? Single coming?
He just dropped one.
I did just drop a music video,
Okay.
right? I got a couple music.
What's it called?
videos. It's called Never Again.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more on that like I made that after I got off a tour with Wi-Fi's funeral out in Florida,
Nice.
and I kind of felt like that Florida water, kind of like that X energy.
Yeah.
So kind of like when I dropped that, I don't know, it's kind of going up right now.
Okay.
You know, so everybody go check it out. Never Again, Jerm Deeezy.
What's your Instagram?
It's ffmb.jermdeezy.
And can you tell somebody what you just did this last week?
So I just performed at Roll Out Miami on the Go Puff stage on Saturday night. It was like 9:20 p.m.
And
we were-
You remember what time it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, we wasn't. You feel me? I don't know. Everything just happened how it was supposed to.
Nice.
So I sold a cheeseburger, a McDouble cheeseburger that had been rained on and dried out for $200.
Say what?
Yeah,
I
that's
sold
a
a cheeseburger for
thing.
$200.
You got to hear this shit before we
Wait,
go.
tell the story.
Tell the story, bro. This shit was
Tell
amazing.
this cheeseburger story. What happened?
He got lost. His cell phone died, and go ahead from there.
So look, I pick up my homie. He's from Orlando. He's a promoter. His name is Cheeseburger. Shout out Cheeseburger. Right? He put me on my tours out there. So we link up. We go to Rolling Loud. He's like, bro, I don't have a ticket to get in, but I'm just trying to, see what it's like. I ain't never been to a festival. I just want to see the entrance, people walking in. Let's get some content.
Right.
So as we're walking there, we get some McDonald's. I eat my food. We got a cheeseburger left over. Nigga, we end up seeing hella people trying to sell shit to us. Like people trying to sell fake t-shirts or people like out there barbecuing or selling drinks, just on the side. Like when you walk to the festival, they're trying to hook you up with chargers, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? So we see people selling this shit and we like, oh, we have a good idea for a skit. Let's try to sell this cheeseburger. Like going around, okay, cheeseburger, $1, $1 cheeseburger. So we making content like that, right? And on some fluke shit, we come across somebody like, hey, like, we trying to sell this wristband, buy this wristband off of me. And I'm like, all right, bro, I got $20, a cheeseburger, and maybe like half a dab pen for you. And he's like, nah. The whole group, all 6 of them were like, nah. Hell fucking nah. We'd rather take our pass and throw it away inside than bless you.
Right.
And I was like, all right, bro, look, check this out. I'm gonna follow you to the gate, and if nobody buys this wristband, y'all are gonna take this cheeseburger and this $20
Right.
and give me the wristband. And they're laughing at me the whole way. They're laughing at me, and I'm like, okay,
Okay.
watch.
Okay. Nobody.
Look,
Okay.
so we get to the front, right? And they're like, ha, all right, bro. Well, sucks for you. You don't get this wristband. We gonna catch you later, bro. I'm like, all right. So I'm dabbing him up, and then that dude who was dabbing me up, his girlfriend comes out the cuts. His girlfriend is like, what kind of cheeseburger is that? And I'm like, it's a McDouble, no onions. I don't like onions. She goes, oh my God, I fucking hate onions. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, and that dab pen, is real weed in there? And I'm like, yeah, I'm from Cali. And she's like, let me see. Show her the dab pen. She's like, all right, give us a cheeseburger, $20 in the dab pen, and the pass is yours.
Boom.
These passes are like 170 plus tax.
Damn. That's huge.
And so she ends up telling them, hey, hand over the wristband. And they're like, oh my fucking God, please don't do this. She's
She
like, hand over the
came out the
wristband.
cut.
Yeah,
She bossed him
Hand
around.
over
She
the
liked him
wristband.
probably.
Yeah, she was
I
like,
don't know what
no,
the
let
fuck
me
it was,
in.
bro.
She said, we need Jerm
I
Deeezy
don't
in
know
the
what it
building.
No, see, Jerm was in. He did that for his homeboy.
Yeah, I already have my shit. I'm
Oh,
an
okay.
artist.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm an artist.
I'm just outside with my homie.
I'm an artist.
He in the front. This is the thing.
Hey, how did it feel
artist pass? He in the fucking front of the entrance.
playing around?
Yeah.
What the fuck, Jerm? Anyway, how did it feel the first time on the stage performing?
The first time was in LA.
But how did it feel this time?
This time felt unreal. This time felt like a dream.
Miami.
Yeah, Miami.
Turn.
This time felt like confirmation, bro.
Yeah.
Like last time might have been like coincidence,
Right.
but this time like the way everything aligned,
It was
the
on.
way everything happened at the last second, like I'm talking for everything, brother.
Yeah.
Like down to the point where I sold a cheeseburger to get a wristband for my brother cheeseburger.
Just to get, that's crazy. That makes that makes a lot of sense. That makes perfect sense, actually.
Everything came full circle.
Shouts out to Cheeseburger, man.
Yeah, cheeseburger.
Shout
That's
out
my
Hey,
nigga.
man, hey, that was a crazy cheeseburger. We're going to call this the cheeseburger episode, man. Hey, if you've been watching, man, it's the Riding and Smoking podcast with your boy Don P, the West Coast host with the most, right here on the Riding and Smoking podcast, the world's first mobile podcast. Yo, we had Shippers Department and my young homie Jerm Deeezy on here. And yo, you're gonna catch them at more Rolling Louds, more music, more cannabis, more products. Make sure y'all follow, like, subscribe, and share this interview when it drop so you can be locked in, all right? Make sure you follow me at Don P Official, follow Jerm Deeezy, follow the Shippers Department, follow Riding and Smoking, and follow my dog One Take Jake, you know what I'm saying? Because we got to make shit happen around here, you know what I'm saying?
We outside.
How many takes do it take you, bruh?
It's still pack bro
Just
business.
one,
No,
yeah.
I got to get in here. It's still pack bro business.
Come on, man. You already know,
It's
man.
Still pack bro business.
Hey, Don
man.
P, thank you for having us, man.
Man, you already know, bro.
This shit cool.
But love.
All right, so look.
Nothing but love.
This is what we got to do, Don. I'm gonna stamp it, right? We got to get this record for the Shippers Department for you,
Okay.
right? I need something that we could put out. We could talk about the actual whatever we got to do for compensation. We got to talk about what the program we got to run behind the record.
So,
If we gonna lock in, let's just lock it in. I know we discussed this for a while now.
hey,
And
man,
every time
patient.
you at me, I'm always fucking doing hella shit, bro.
I'm just patient. I'm just a patient.
And
Ninja.
thank you for being patient because a lot of people get discouraged because I'm all over the place a lot of times.
Of course.
But this is a new beginning, 2025, right? And I want to make sure that I give access to all of me and what we got going on to this platform so we can work together
We going
and
up.
make sure that everybody gets an opportunity to go up.
Yeah.
So I'm stamping it now. We need a record from Don P for the Shippers Department.
Holla.
Hey.
I'm finna,
Holla.
I'm finna tell Beta when I get back.
Tell
You
her
gotta
that's
do
my
it, brother.
Come on.
They played one of our records like right before Ski Mask came out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I was in the crowd geeking with my boy Cheeseburger.
You was like,
no,
Yeah, we're on
Nobody
the
believed
Rolling
me.
Out playlist.
Nobody believed me that it was my song.
Yeah.
Shit was crazy.
Nobody would believe none of it, right? But at the end of the day, it's just work, progress, work, progress, work, progress. Keep your head down. Don't care about what nobody thinks and nobody says about whatever you're doing.
period.
Just make sure that you stay on the pathway. You know, sometimes we get led astray from our pathway,
Yes, we do.
but long as you come back to it, You know,
Oh, that's funny, man. Like, even with the music, because this another, what I'm saying, thing I'll share with you too, Jerm. Like, with the music, it's like life do twist you a lot of ways, you know what I'm saying? And some days you just don't even be doing that. You know what I'm saying? You just be like, man, and you could just get in a whole nother, a whole nother vibe of life, you know what I'm saying? But then when it's really in you and not like just some shit you tried to do,
yes,
some shit you saw that was like, oh, I'm gonna try to do that because I seen everybody else doing like some shit that you don't even know why you doing it.
Yeah.
That's when you ain't never gonna be able to escape it. So
Yeah.
fuck that shit up when you in there.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and here's
Thank
the
you.
thing, I'm so far disconnected, right, from the music. Like, this is the new generation.
Yeah, that man's hard.
So I have to embrace the youngsters and listen.
No, you got to,
Yeah.
man. Like even people when social media and all that, people didn't want to rock with it. They didn't want to do that. Oh man, I don't fuck with no TikTok and all that. Okay, bro, don't make no millions then. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's what it's on with.
we don't know what to tell you then. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Right, right.
I'm not making a reel. Don't make a reel. I'll make one. Cause remember when Reels Pay was out? I'll
Yeah.
just get the check.
What Lil Wayne say? He said, "Get with it or get lost."
You know what I'm saying? And that's it. You always got to be refreshing your game. That's why the refresh button was made. Refresh your game. So if your game is old and it's salty and it's played, sometimes, bro, ain't nothing wrong with that because you might have just that game ran its course.
Right.
That's
You
what
don't
life
gotta
is all
feel
about.
bad about that though. You know what I'm saying?
That's what life is all about.
Hit the refresh button, dude, and just come back and remix your shit. You know what I'm saying?
But keep on the pathway,
Right.
Like, no matter what. Like, I'm a person that is very big on adversity. I'm able to kind of bounce back from situations, right? Because life is full of situations.
Whew.
So once you get into those situations, is how you pivot that determines who the individual that you are, right?
Period.
So you're always gonna go up, you're always gonna go down, you're always gonna go up. But as long as you stay going up, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and keep your. I feel like you got to keep your, what do you call it? Your character at a mainstay. You know what I'm saying? Like keep your character in the right place, because that's what this thing will do to a lot of people. It twists your character. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because you can't handle certain shit, and then it just start twisting your character. Or you get around a certain group, and it twists your character.
right.
Or you get around certain drugs or whatever.
Yeah.
Anything could twist your
You just
character.
gotta remember to pray.
You get what I'm saying? You got to remember to pray,
That's
stay
all it
grounded.
is,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying, and all that type of stuff.
But then it's like life though. Like, you would get knocked down for a minute, and then you like, okay, the next time I'm knocked down, I'm not knocked down as far.
Period.
Right. So long as you keep, you're gonna get knocked
Building.
down. You
Building
just keep
blocks.
building, right? Like, so it's just like cryptocurrency, right?
Oh shit.
Our life is like cryptocurrency. When you think about it, you're always going up,
Right.
but you go down,
Right.
but you don't go down as far as you went the last time.
Come on, you got to build that block so if you fall, you stumble a little bit, and you can.
You can jump
back
back
up.
up, you know.
Shit,
So,
man.
and those are things that, like, once you learn that in life, it's easy for you to kind of like deal with the bullshit. Like,
Period.
it's a lot of bullshit that's gonna get thrown your way when God has a plan for you, right? And you got this platform, you got this the guy. What's your name back
That's
there?
my guy, One Take Jake.
One Take Jake.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so One Take Jake is so important to you.
Of course, that's
Right.
my guy. I don't even. That's my arm.
But if we were sitting back here and you as the celebrity of the podcast, the face and stuff, if you weren't able to acknowledge One Take Jake would never be seen. So
He's seen.
no, but I'm saying he would never be that guy.
Nah, we got see episodes where we switch to him. See,
so
we don't. Yeah, nah, this is a podcast. You see all these cameras in here? Jake gets seen.
well, see,
See, you just didn't know that, but he do get seen. Shouts out to One. And then at the same time, some people will be in a zone where they won't even say nothing about their people while we talking about it.
before I leave,
Because I like to mention Jake because he is important to the podcast.
before,
Right. You know what I'm saying?
before I
So you
leave,
see how it's important that you do that.
before I leave, I do have to touch on something. I know we've been over time and stuff like that, but I have to
Jake
touch
been throwing up all kind of numbers.
he's
at me
like,
and shit.
hey, get the fuck out here.
Hands up.
So look, it's over 2 minutes.
Just throw up the 10 and
So-
shit.
so-
I'll be
so-
like, all right,
so I-
bye everybody.
I would like
He
to
ain't- he
address.
gets over
I would like to address something like me as a person.
Okay,
right?
talk to us.
One of the founding members of Riding Smoking Podcast was the Gatlin. Then it went into you doing the podcast, and
Mhm.
and it was owned by Luke
Mhm.
Stickney,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So Luke and I had to come to terms with what life means.
Right.
You know, positivity overwhelms negativity.
Indeed.
So
Indeed.
us as grown men had to learn not to be selfish, right? And I want to touch on this because this is a lesson, right? This is a lesson that I had to learn in my 55 years of age, right? I had to learn that what what challenged you in the past don't need to challenge you in the future,
Whew. Not
right?
today.
And sometimes giving it away to God makes it easier to receive. So when you give something to God and you say, "Hey, I feel like you done me this way,"
Right.
right? And you feel like I done you this way,
Right.
right? It touches on something to where when you say, "You know what? That don't matter no more."
At this point.
Right. So we're going to see each other for a long time because we're staples in this
Grown
industry
men,
when
you know?
it comes to cannabis and
Yeah.
entertainment and stuff like that. So I feel like this is a pivotal moment for the Riding and Smoking podcast and Pack Bros and the Shippers Department and the Gatlin because we learn to kind of receive each other right now.
Absolutely. You
Right.
know, and I was in the seeing of that, of seeing of what the, you know, what was going on, you know, in
Right.
the midst, and chopping it up with you and then chopping it up with Luke. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, but
I
here's this
wasn't gonna
here
let it,
here
you know, I
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, I'm like, what? Shit, I don't like that.
but here's the thing,
You
it's
my
like
guys.
yeah, exactly.
That's
Nobody
my guy. That's
no
my guy.
Yeah.
it's
We the guys.
it's always awkward, but then like me as a grown man and I give a lot out of me.
Right.
I just needed that energy to go away,
Right.
right? And the only way to receive it is be on this podcast.
You had to exhale and let it go.
Yeah,
That's a trip, huh?
yeah.
What's the little blonde chick, the cold-hearted little broad that frees everything? Wasn't that her song?
Oh, let it go.
Let it go.
Let it
Let it
go.
go.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's all you gotta do, bro.
Yeah.
These kids be chatting. They be trying to tell us what's up, bro.
So I'm
you
gonna tell you, Luke gave us our first opportunity as a brand with his distro.
Right.
He gave us an opportunity. We had the dopest fucking brand out at the time. It was peanut butter and jelly. It was the Winter Circle.
Period.
Shouts out to Hasim. Shouts out to David. Keep them doing their thing. You know, just as well as I'm blessed. I hope them brothers is blessed too.
For sure.
We challenged. We had challenges early. We had to face each other. We didn't understand business, but now we understand business. We went our separate ways, and we are all successful. You know.
Well, that's popping.
Luke gave us an opportunity as black youth, black entrepreneurs, with an opportunity with a dream to be in the cannabis business. You know,
Nah, he a good dude. Now,
Yeah.
one thing I will say about Luke is if he like that too. He invests in people. I see that him too. Like,
yeah.
and if he see a solid people, he'll stand behind you. You know,
That's how
solid
this shit all
people.
started. He invests in
Yeah,
people.
he invests in people.
Yeah, and it's
Another
not about the money.
a real good
Yeah.
dude. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
shouts out to Luke.
Yeah.
You outside right now, sitting in the seat. We
Yeah,
know you
I'm
out
gonna
there.
give
Shouts out to you, big dog.
I'm gonna give him his flowers
Big
because
guy.
when I sat down with him and I told him I was buying my own license, it was a situation where he didn't think that we were ready, you know, and
Right.
he might have been right to a certain extent because it took a lot, but I'm glad I took that opportunity because
To
it
learn.
made me a better entrepreneur and gave me an outlook on the industry totally different, right?
Right.
I deal with the CDTFA, I deal with the taxes, I deal with
Yeah.
the state, I deal with the Department of Cannabis, you know.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we didn't have to deal with that starting our brands early like
He
that
helped.
through him. Um, but we had something that it's just like you got a hit record, right? Once you have that hit record, you got to figure out if this label deal works for you.
Right.
And it didn't. And it was time for us to own our own masters, right?
Right.
So right now, I watch him. I see the growth in him. I see the pivot. I see the different angles that he has to deal with because I'm dealing with them too.
Period.
So now it gives me a little bit of reprieve to say, you know what, I could give it back to him. I could give him his roses for at least giving us that start in
And
the
then
business.
the understanding
Yeah,
came into play.
yeah, it
You
did.
know what I'm saying? Like you breathed and you exhaled, and you got the understanding. Like no matter what, hold up, you did do this. Cause that's how it be sometimes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We'll get caught up in that whatever was happening, but we forget like how did this even start?
Right.
Wait a minute, bro. You gave us a shot, and for that, You get
I'm gonna give
that
him.
alone. We gotta
real.
be like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna give him his roses, and this is probably gonna shock the fuck out of the world that people would know about the situation.
yeah.
But I'm gonna give him his roses because it took a lot for me to give it back to God. We had an opportunity to deal with things in different ways. I just chose to say, you know what? Let me just say, nobody's right in this situation, right? Only way we gonna make it right is work and work through the situation.
Work towards
Yeah,
like positivity.
positivity.
Because
And
sometimes shit is just shit, and you took a shit, and the shit's in the toilet, and that's it. You just gotta flush that
I'm
shit
sorry, bro.
and get a fresh bowl of water.
And it-
TV's fixed, and I'm
You know what I'm
watching it.
and us being us being a wiggler at the time, right?
Yeah.
So we were trying to make sure that we did everything right. We wanted to make sure that we didn't make mistakes like
Yeah.
they expect us to make those
Come on,
mistakes.
and y'all got it right.
And we got it right to where now we own our own licenses, we own our own facilities. We the same thing Luke has, we have, right?
Shippers department.
Yeah. So now
Shippers department.
You
now
feel me?
Shippers department.
That's hard.
yeah, now in
Yeah.
cannabis, we could stay here and we
Right.
don't have to worry about like.
I like that
fees.
jacket too, and that hat too.
Yeah, I
What you got
appreciate
some
that.
of them shits in the trunk, right?
Well,
What you got in the trunk?
We about
bro?
to make some new stuff. We
All
sold
I'm
out.
saying
They're
is
all
that
out.
jacket's
Oh,
hard,
yeah.
and that hat is fucking going crazy.
I
need the
appreciate
hat.
that.
I'm a hat guy.
Look, I'm gonna make sure I get you and this guy right here
Make sure
laced
Jake get
up.
laced up.
Yeah, laced up for sure.
All right,
size
man.
you
Well,
in?
shit, man. I'm
He's
a large.
and he's an extra large.
Oh, we on it.
You
Yeah.
see his long ass arms?
Yeah.
That's so he can reach the fucking buttons and shit. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm gonna say, Don P, I respect you. And
Thank you, brother.
I respect what you're doing
me,
right
man.
here. You are a very class act. You guys are
Thank you,
you really got everything together. This is an honor to be on this show.
It's an honor to have
Uh,
you, brother. It's an honor.
This situation right here is history for me
Come on,
because
man.
this is something I used as therapy to get me through like the things that I didn't understand.
I'm happy that you got that shit off your chest, brother. Real talk,
Yeah.
man, because it was dope to hear it because I could see the growth when you was talking. Like I could just even feel where you was coming from, like even how you had pent up tension, and I could see the relief
Right.
in your face and in your
what?
words.
I had
You know
to
what I'm talking
I
about?
had to relieve it because we're here.
Yeah, I see the relief.
Yeah, this is my building.
Yeah.
So it's like you're at my building. So if it was
We gotta
tension,
work this shit out.
yeah, if it was tension, I couldn't have you at my building. So
Come on.
these are situations where that as entrepreneurs and people that are trying to actually elevate their craft and be
Hey, I'm gonna keep it real.
yeah.
It's a person in there right now that I really don't like, but I ain't said nothing.
We stronger together. We
Yeah.
stronger united.
Because that
Yeah.
kind of shit at work ain't fly.
No, it's not.
You
Y'all, because us as
and you
adults,
gotta be grown in your situations.
us as adults, we got to get our shit together for the youth.
Yeah, for like what?
There's always somebody
make a
watching.
scene?
What are we doing this for,
You not
Don?
working?
We doing this for you, people to watch you.
Get money? What the fuck?
Yeah.
You gonna fuck up the bag trying to be mad?
We're doing this
So
so
don't do that.
we're doing this because people watch you.
Come on.
So if people are watching and we're not on our best behavior, then that doesn't make us enticing for people to even want to be around us.
Around us.
Yeah,
They already think we ready to salve out.
yeah. I mean, that's what we were used to growing up. It's crash dummies. Right?
Yeah, we was crashing out early. You feel me? Few crashes and I survived.
So
I'm
I really wanted to end this on love,
yeah.
and on the entities and be able to work together in the future. There's opportunities for both of us.
Absolutely.
We have a platform. You guys have a platform. I think if we work our platforms and simultaneously, we would be able to kind of elevate each other from that.
Definitely,
Yeah.
brother. And I feel the same way. And I definitely appreciate you. And you know, this the type of situation, this just the podcast, just speaking on it, you know, in general, this is a dream to me to even be doing this, like, because I love doing this type of shit. But ultimately, pulling this motherfucker into a Rolling Loud is like, what, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
what we gotta do next.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that's
this
what we gotta do.
man
Next.
was born to be at Rolling Loud.
That's what
You
we
know what
gotta
I'm
do.
This needs to be in the
This man was born
industry
this is the
section.
richest
Yeah, no, it need to
smoking
be in the. Hey,
in
look,
the industry section.
if we had them in Miami and they were in the press section, we would have been able to fuck. So backwoods,
Fuck.
everybody's there got their installations.
Yeah.
This would have went so crazy.
So I'm trying to tell
We
you.
had no jumper. We had everybody
Come
there.
on,
bro.
man. So next year,
Yeah,
next
five
rolling
needs
out.
his
LA.
own needs his own
Come
media.
on, that's
for
what we
sure.
at then.
Well, let's talk.
Okay,
Let's talk.
my brothers.
All right.
Hey, the Riding and Smoking podcast, we going up. Shippers Department. Make sure you check out Jerm Deeezy, man. All his music, everything he dropped. Go follow him. You know what I'm saying? Learn about his hair products, whatever he do. You know what I'm saying? Learn whatever he do to stay fly. Check out his backpacks and all his gear. Because Jerm Deeezy be dressing hella fly if you don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going to shout him out. He ain't talk about his fashion, but I'm going to tell y'all every time I see him, he be dripped and dipped. So y'all go to his page and go blow it up and go follow him, all right? And go to Shippers Department and follow them too.
I
And follow me
appreciate
too
you.
because I'm a player. You know what I'm saying? A player mayor, all right? And vote for me.
Yeah, don't follow me. I'm just here.
You too, though. Now
Nah.
go follow him.
No, please don't follow me.
That's love.
Please
That's
don't.
love.
I'm the opposite. I only want people that really fuck with me to follow me.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that, though. You know what, though? I want the haters. I want everybody to follow me, man. The looky-loos, you know what I'm saying? Mickey Mouse.
We gonna lead everybody to greatness.
That means my DMs get answered. Yours don't.
Yeah, I don't be answering nobody. I don't got shit to say. I be like, peace. Hey, yo, but make sure you like and subscribe and share this, man. And so when this interview drop, man, you could be tapped in and get the notification, all right? Hit the notification bell so you get the notification, all right? Shippers Department, Jerm Deeezy, your boy Don P, and we out.
Yeah, out. Yeah.
Come on now, you can't even do this. Look.